it to herself no more. In 9 months' time, everyone will know. The aroma of Oklahoma still follows everywhere she goes.
Hawe cousins, welcome to the music episode. There is so much great music coming out of Indian country, and I have asked two of my favorite native artists to call into the show to talk about their new music. First up, Lucaa calls in to talk about her new single, Feast. Intentionally released this November during Native American Heritage Month and the Thanksgiving holiday, the track is a cinematic clapback to the oppression our ancestors endured and a powerful reminder that colonization did not destroy us. Next, Mato Wayuhi joins the show to dive into his new album, Bygoner. He opens up about what inspired the project and drops some serious gems about the importance of staying true to yourself as an artist and a human being. I am joined by my good friend Steven, our resident Rosalia stan, to discuss and dissect Lucaa. Naturally, we couldn't leave Florence Welch out of the conversation. Her new album, Everybody Scream, is a raw and vulnerable collection of songs that highlight the unfair realities women continue to face. I hope this episode inspires you to create a new playlist or helps you discover your new favorite song. All songs are streaming now. Enjoy the show.
She moving the mountains without that bitch.
Just hits harder.
Oh my God, we totally do. We love a dark horse. We love a light horse.
We love horses, honestly.
Do we like Katy Perry's Dark Horse?
No, we don't. But it is an earworm. It's like you hear it and you're like,
And you know it. I know it by heart.
Yeah, but no, we don't love it. But we do love Patti Smith's horses.
Oh my God. One of the most iconic albums of all time, Patti Smith, Horses.
Patti Smith Forever.
Patti Smith Forever and everything.
Are you reading Bread of Angels?
No, her new book.
It's amazing. I'm almost done.
Her writing is iconic, and I don't want to stop reading it. That's why I need to read. I am reading so many good books right now.
Oh, I saw that on your podcast. You were talking about how you like to read more than one book at a time, which to me is really hard. And I'm doing it right now for the first time, and I'm actually enjoying it. And it's mainly because you were talking about it. And I was like, if Amy can do this, I should give it a shot. And so I read one book at work and then one at home. And so Bread of Angels is my home book. And then I'm reading Wuthering Heights because I'd never read it.
Never read that either. And I feel like I like to read different books that have different vibes. Yeah. So it's like some vibes like, okay, am I, catastrophic, sad vibes?
Yeah.
And then, maybe a whimsical,
Yes.
story, a tale, fiction, nonfiction. And it's kind of cool to mix it all up.
Yeah. And because, my favorite books are memoirs.
Me too.
Like if my shoe wrote a memoir, I would be like, I got to read that. You know what I mean? Like I will read
anybody.
It.
I mean, this is my podcast. Like I love just hearing people's life stories.
Because
this is the music issue.
Welcome
to the music issue.
This one is special. It is different. It's giving MTV.
I was like, you know what? There's so much good new music coming out right now. Colonizer and non-colonizer.
Yes.
Music coming out.
So much.
We love both of it.
I mean.
I want to introduce my friend, more like a family member for me.
I mean, you're my sister.
You're my brother and sister and everything above. You're Luna's uncle, auntie.
I am all those things.
You're family for us. One half of your band, Prima Primo.
Yes.
Stephen Franco, everybody.
Hi.
Who?
Oh, I can't believe I'm on the podcast. I'm sitting on this side of the couch.
Yes, and you actually. Also, I love you because you're down for everything. And I love you for that. You're like someone, when I had this harebrained idea of this podcast, I just needed you with me to hold my hand, to be like, we can do this. And you did that. And it was just like, I'm so lucky to have a friend like you
Oh,
that is
thank
willing to
you.
do that. And you do that for multiple people, not just me. But
I just want people to get to do stuff, you know what I mean? And to feel encouraged. And it was so funny because I remember at first you were like, and I turned into a Spice Girl, which I often do. But you're like,
Wait,
I'm
what?
a punk. And I'm like, but I'm also a punk. But I'm also a Spice Girl.
wait, I don't even know what you're talking about, but I love the Spice Girl reference.
I mean, I just think the Spice Girls need to live inside us.
yeah.
Wow.
Can we hear the phone?
I can hear it ringing.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
This is production.
This is production.
Production
Here we go.
boots.
All right, we're answering it now. Hello, you're live on Let's Have a Powwow. Who am I speaking with?
Hi, this is Lucaa.
Lucaa!
Hello, Lucaa.
Oh my God, hi. Thank you for calling in.
You're the first caller ever on this show.
No
We
way.
are shaking up
Shut
the
up.
format.
Yes. Lucaa,
I feel so special.
oh my gosh, I feel so special that you took time out to call in. I have one of my bestest friends with me here, Stephen Franco,
Hi.
who has.
Oh, hey, Steven.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Welcome to the show. Thanks for helping us break the third wall, you know.
Yes, I have been sending your music to Stephen Franco this whole week, so he has heard your catalog.
I love it.
Yes, we are obsessed. But today, I wanted to talk to you about your new single that you have out right now called Feast.
Heck yes.
And I am obsessed with you gave us a Thanksgiving song
Yes.
to say fuck you to Thanksgiving.
You're like,
Yes.
let's just let's pull the tablecloth out from this meal.
like people release movies, about like go see the movies, but Lucaa's giving you a Thanksgiving song.
I mean, I feel
For the
like this song
colonizers.
is a movie.
Okay, it needs to be a movie. But wait, first, before we get into
Yeah.
our hopes and dreams, Lucaa.
Y'all are cracking me up.
Oh, okay. And I had a little bit of coffee.
She did. I saw it.
I'm drinking it.
It's iced.
It's iced. Okay,
Yes, I'm snapping.
we love. Explain to those who may have not heard Feast yet what Feast is about. Your new song.
Okay, first off, thank you so much. Thank you for listening to it and loving it. It actually came from a movie idea that I had, but yes, I'm so glad you can tell.
Honestly, it is like from the opening credits to the end credits.
Like-
it's a film.
And the visuals that you have that you've put out on that I've only seen on Instagram, it's a whole movie, Lucaa. Like
Yeah.
I am like I see it. We need to create it. It's called Feast, and I that was one of my questions. Was like, would you ever or have you ever thought of scoring a movie? And you have.
Yeah, tell us about that. Talk about this movie.
It was, what sparked it, funny enough, was like, how politics are like going crazy right now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I even hate to call it politics because it's just like morals, but
Clock it.
But yes, and it's really funny because I had like a mini stroke, a TIA in March, and so I wasn't actually sure if I could make music anymore because I wasn't like reading very well or
Oh,
writing.
God.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
bad. Yeah, and I'm like 24, so I don't know what's going on. But so I was like all frustrated about that, and then I heard Ann Coulter like say,
Oh my
what
God.
I'm gonna say. Yes, and she was like, "We didn't kill enough Indians."
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Right, and I was just like, you know what? I've had it. Like, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I have had it. I was about to play a show in Switzerland, and it was my first show back. And I was like, you know, I've never produced a song all by myself before, and I have a week. So I was like, I'm gonna make this. And it's
Wow.
pretty much about, I made my first song in a week. And I was like, you know what? It's about like the false narrative that they've given us and constructed around things taking colonialism, all that BS. And then it's also about taking our power back, which we never lost in the first place. And I was like, I don't want, no offense to anyone, but I personally, for this one, did not want like a white male producer touching this. I wanted to do it myself. I had clear visuals. I was like, let's go.
Amazing.
Thank you.
And you can hear it. You can
Yes.
hear that
Yes.
the rage in the song, which is really cool.
Yeah. And it, but because it's, yeah, it was liberating, right? And, you know, earlier Stephen and I were talking at the studio about like how everything is like happening right now. People are writing a lot of music. There's so much creative energy going around. And I think a lot of our creativity is coming out of these, the oppressive morals and political, you know, hijinks that are going on, that I feel like when you're creative, you have this calling to like, you know, clap back to all of this nonsense that's going on. Do you feel that same way?
100%. I mean, I think that all
Like
of
we kind of have to
this
level
has-
out the playing ground, like the good and evil and things.
Yes, like I mean, this has kind of been a blitzkrieg of like white supremacy and like privilege supremacy, I want to say. And I think that it's supposed to be meant to surprise us and tear us down, but actually, for all the people I know and myself included, it has just like lit a fire in me, because the thing is, when you're already part of groups that have been oppressed, you know the game. You're not surprised by it, and it just lights a fire.
Yes,
So-
and we've been through this years, you know, for a long time now. So for us,
Forever.
we've been able to work under oppression
Yeah.
and create
Yes.
art, you know. That's why I'm always like, our ancestors made beautiful things back when they were being tormented by the U.S. government, you know.
Yes.
And we're here today while we also are tormented, but just in a different way, right? This, you know, they were physically, mentally, and, you know, a lot of torment back then, but now it's like the torment of our mind. And if we can help overcome all these, you know, horrible things that people are saying, like Ann Coulter with the Indian thing and the just constant, you know, backlash of like Trump trying to, you know, come for certain tribes, and
He's coming for everything. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. And it's on purpose to kind of help confuse us, to discombobulate us. And, you know, I'm lucky, like for you and I know for us, like that we can disconnect and not get caught up in all that BS, because it does take your energy away from what's really important. And what's really important is you making music. You know, this podcast came out of me after the inauguration this year and after the fires in LA and just like devastation everywhere. I was like, I have to turn off the TV. I'm not a big TV person anyway, but that really, and the news, like I had to get off of it, start writing. And this is how this podcast came to be, because I needed an outlet that was not feeding into their agenda, which, you know, is, you know, spreading this like fear and hate and all that shit. So I'm so happy that we have figured out the cure for, you know, all of this.
Well, and honestly, I
crazy
feel like
shit.
it's our responsibility. Like because you know, not everybody is an artist, and when we see stuff like this, we have to be able to translate it so that everybody can feel connected or something. You know, it's like, because there's so much about like propaganda and whatever is about division.
Yes.
And so as artists, it is our calling to translate at least our emotions so that other people can be like, oh, I feel this too. I'm not alone.
Yes.
You know, and that's a big deal.
1,000%. 1,000%, because visibility is power. And I know, like, growing up for me, I didn't see like many, pop or anti-pop or alt-pop, like Afro-Indigenous or Indigenous or queer artists out there.
Yeah.
And so it's so important to get our voices out there too, because you don't know what next generation you're enlightening to do even more.
Exactly.
This is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have to do it for the kids.
We have.
Yes.
Yep. That's why all these stories that I share, that I have people on here, it's like if some kid can hear this or see this on YouTube, they can be inspired and be like, oh my God, they went somewhere and did something and, I want to do that too. They can hear our stories and it can inspire them, because there's a lot of hopelessness out there,
Oh my
especially
God.
kids on the reservations or just kids anywhere. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Lucaa.
I'm like tearing up.
Oh.
This show is like Oprah in that way. Like, tears do happen.
Oh my God, stop. I'm obsessed with being Oprah. If someone cries, I'm the only one that cries on the show. But if someone cries.
Not anymore.
Yes. No, this is why I do this. And I ultimately need you actually in the studio, Lucaa, because I want to be in person with you doing this. But we could also do a remote, but I would love to have you in the studio because you are amazing. And I loved your FIT show. You're incredible live. Incredible live. I was just playing Stephen Hinge. Oh, that song. What is that song? Oh, it's just the sweetest, most beautiful song.
So many of the songs. Like, oh my God, My Best Friend's Place.
Oh yeah.
Like,
that's
oh my
actually
God.
About MMIW. Yeah. That's about MMIW, that one.
Oh yes.
Gorgeous.
Lucaa, you're doing the good work.
Thank you. So are you all.
Are you okay? So you just had Feast come out. Is there anything else coming up? Any live shows that you can tell us about? What's next for you?
Yeah, that's a great question. I have another single that I'm going to be releasing after this. Yeah.
Amazing.
Thank you. And I'm really excited about the collabs that I have on that one. But but don't worry, I'll come back and talk about about that with y'all first.
We love a collab. We love a good feature. Is it coming out before Christmas? Are we crushing the white Anglo-Saxon version of what Lucas is?
Oh my God. It's a holiday release strategy.
Oh,
such
that's
BS.
Such a good idea.
No, not Lucaa becoming like the holiday killer of music. I love that.
Get ready for Easter.
The bunny dies. Oh no,
the bunny dies.
Oh, but I love bunnies.
Oh my God, Lucaa, I'm obsessed. I need you to write the movie Feast.
Yes. And maybe make some movies for a couple of the other songs because there's a lot of stories in your songs.
Yeah.
I'm so honored that y'all can tell.
Yeah.
That means so much to me. I also know my manager is listening and he's going to be like, I told you.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a good manager then.
Ben knows what's up. Shit.
Hi, Ben.
Ben knows.
So right Feast, I see it and I love the imagery. And if you don't mind, I would love to use some for the episode if that's cool.
Yes, please do.
To feature. Okay, cool. Yay! Okay.
I'm honored.
Oh, Lucaa, thank you for your time. I'm going to let you go. You get back to writing.
Do it.
And please keep us up to date about when your next single is coming out. And we're looking forward to your new music because you are so talented.
And you're Brooklyn-based, right? Or New York-based?
I'm actually in Virginia for some reason.
Oh, cute.
But I'm in New York all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally.
Why don't we take the pod to Virginia?
They're all over. They're gorgeous. They're a model. That's also it. It's like you're not only so talented, you have this amazing voice, but they're also really beautiful.
I mean,
it's just meant to be.
Yeah.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. we're gonna drive to Virginia to watch a show.
Yes, come. Dude, now you have to. You have to now. You said it.
Wait.
Amy has a car. We're going to do a road trip.
I know. I want to do a road trip. Wait, are you playing in? Where is your next show?
Let's see. Where's my next show? I think it might be in DC.
Oh, DC's even closer.
Yeah.
Oh, I love a DC moment.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Road trip.
I want to be like the Cameron Crowe of all the indigenous musicians.
I
just
love
wanna,
that.
Was it Cameron Crowe who did Almost Famous?
Yes.
And I will just go. And then I'll also
Originally
do hair.
called Untitled.
Okay, the T.
The T.
But yeah, I just want to go and document like all the amazing music that's coming out of Indian country because it is fucking good.
There's a lot of it.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's kind of crazy.
I know. Okay, so road trip to DC.
Yes.
Yes.
And get back to writing the movie Feast. And I want everyone to put Feast on their playlist for when you're making food, if you make food on Thanksgiving.
Play it at the dinner table.
Play it for everyone at the dinner table. Shut it down.
Change the lights though. Get some gels. Like you need some purple and blue gels.
Yeah, we need the red.
Yeah, we need the red.
Feast.
Yes.
Yes, red.
Oh my God. Lucaa, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming on and have a good rest of your day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
all so much. I love you so much.
I love you so much.
Enjoy your day.
Ciao.
You too.
Bye.
Wow, the first caller.
Oh my God, we had our first caller, you guys.
That was actually really cute.
That was okay. We kind of ate that up.
Yeah. Oh my God. MTV's gone, so here we are. Let's
Oh
have
my
a
God,
podcast.
MTV. Speaking of music, okay, guys, this is
R.I.P.
the music episode.
Music.
We need to talk about what I mean. We knew that MTV was going. It's not what it was anymore.
Honestly, I'm in denial, and whose fault is it? Is it people's fault or is it MTV's fault? I don't know. It's sad that it's gone.
It's the internet.
But honestly, nostalgia in my heart, MTV will always be cool.
Oh,
I wanted to be a VJ so bad. I still want to be a VJ.
I think this is me living out my VJ dreams.
Do we need MTV shirts?
Oh my God. We need MTV anything. We need MTV budget.
Oh my God. I really that was one of my childhood dreams was to be a VJ.
Oh yeah.
I
Downtown
wanted
Julie
it.
Brown.
Yeah.
Today we are here to talk about our music. But before we get into the music, I wanted to ask you how your week was.
Oh, yes.
Do you have any thoughts or frustrations that you wanted to talk about and air out right here? This is kind of a different episode structure.
The vibe.
So I was just like, how are you feeling? What's going on in the life of Stephen Franco?
I'm feeling good. It's funny because it's like time is playing tricks on all of us, I feel. And
Social
so
construct.
The social
Time is a
construct
social
of
construct.
time.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And my days are really busy, but I'm also feeling really, really creative right now. So it's like the wrestle between day life and creative life, which I think a lot of New Yorkers understand. And so this week has been it's been cool, but also very emotional. I walk to work every day because it's like my way of just being with myself. And so I've enjoyed the week because in my head and even out loud quite often, I'm writing new songs. And so it's like you're walking down the street, you're trying to figure out what this bridge is going to be or whatever. And then I'm reading a lot. So while those babies, I take care of children in the daytime. While the babies are asleep, I'm reading Wuthering Heights. And I'd have been reading this new Patti Smith memoir. And then also just trying to connect with what I'm writing creatively. So it's been cool. It's been a cool week.
So you have a band, Prima Primo.
Yes.
Who began, now my band had already broken up. Or did we ever get to play a show together?
We never played a show together, which makes me so sad because I loved On the Prowl. I still love On the Prowl. And honestly, I would sing while you guys were performing on stage, I would be singing all the songs.
You would sing along to
I
our
knew
songs.
all the words
Oh
and
my
everything.
God, that is
Like my
so
heart,
funny.
oh my God.
My heart is
kills
iconic.
me.
It's an iconic song.
I'm sure you saw me in the audience singing along.
No, because the lights are bright up there.
Yeah. I mean, and also you were so in the moment.
I was so.
You
in
and
the
Dave were just so
moment.
like, it was so special watching you two play.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you say we inspired Prima Primo?
In ways, yes, for sure. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, because Primo was we were already formed, but like watching that, you see the abandon. Like, but it's different because Primo is my cousin and my cousin Jatina. And the thing about On the Prowl was it was really erotically charged.
Erotic.
Oh my God, it was so erotically charged. Like you watch them and you're like, oh. Like, and so when you're making music with your cousin, it's very different.
Wait, are you saying Dave is hot or I was hot?
You both were hot.
Okay,
like it was
clock it.
so hot. Like watching you two was like watching like a R-rated movie. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, I've never heard this perspective before.
No one's ever told you this? Oh my
I
God,
mean-
because you guys were so like intimate on stage. Like you'd be like all over each other, and it was so
As
cute.
I was trying to play my song.
Yeah,
Really? Oh
for
my God, I blacked out.
sure. I wish you had video footage.
There isn't. I was actually thinking of this when I was talking to Molly last week about, there's no YouTube to find me, but there is 16 millimeter. Is that the
Is
name
there
of the
really?
camera?
Yeah, I mean there is a 16mm camera. out
One
there.
of Dave's friends who was a film guy
Yeah.
came to our first show and the first few shows and recorded us on
I live.
16 millimeter.
I mean, but we
Was it
did
8 millimeter?
we
8
did
or
perform
16?
together though.
When?
Well, because Dave, we stole Dave, or we didn't steal him. We beckoned Dave to
Oh my
join
God.
Prima Primo for a while, and we did that. It was an AIDS benefit concert at the Delancey, I believe, and you did hair. Like it turned into like a hair performance
Oh my God.
while we
Is-
performed, and you turned Jatina's hair into a basket, and we filled the basket with condoms, and then she threw them out to the audience. And Dave was playing guitar with us at the time, and yeah,
Oh my God. Did anyone get that on recording?
you know what? We probably have a tape of it.
Oh, that's that.
A tape.
A
not
tape.
not a digital recording, but like a
Yeah.
little JVC tape of us
Yeah.
all performing that. And yeah,
Oh
and that was
my God.
major because I remember because Prima Primo is very theatrical.
Yes, it's
on
a performance
stage.
art moment too.
And we have flags. We had flags at the time, like white flags with our logo. And you got them both, and you made like a cross, and you were doing like these things like in front of the stage,
Yeah.
and it was really major. And
You guys.
you did Jatina's hair the whole show, turning it into this basket, and it was beautiful.
Oh my God.
That we filled with condoms and threw out to the audience because it was an AIDS awareness show or benefit of some sort.
Oh my God, this is such an amazing story.
It
And
was
a memory
really
that
good.
I don't remember.
You
I
don't?
remember Dave playing with you, and I remember maybe dancing around, and I feel like I remember the hair moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all coming back to me.
Oh, it was so good. And that was like the one time where like you feel like you're on the prowl, and that was really hot.
Yeah, and I felt like I was in Prima Prima, which is
Yeah.
also really hot.
It was so gorge. Like it was such a special moment. Like we loved when Dave
Our
played with us.
collab.
Yeah, it was a collab, It was a whole moment.
wow.
Yeah. Early New York.
the early New York
life.
years, pre my daughter, pre our
pre
kids.
Luna. Pre Luna, the child who opened my heart.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. She
I
opened
love that
all of our
kid.
hearts.
She really did. Oh my God, I love that girl. Hi, Luna.
Hi, Luna. She's never gonna listen to this.
She's gonna clown
She
us,
has
but whatever.
no idea. Let's get into music. Let's get into. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Mato to the podcast. Hi, Mato.
Hello, hello.
Congrats on your new album, Bygoner.
Thank you very much. Very honored to be here. Honored to, that you feel celebratory of the work
Yes.
too.
The album is great. I'm just going to get right into this. I am loving all the singing that you're doing on this album. You sang before, but this one it's a more mature. Would you say you're in your crooner era?
I'm in my what era?
Crooner, like a crooner, a singer.
Well, it's interesting. Like, that's a great question. So that was definitely a choice that I made intentionally, and a lot of that has to do with basically like I was never quite comfortable in my masculinity in several different ways. One of that was like the way I sang, like the resonance and the timbre of my voice.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you listen to my older stuff, I'm singing at a much higher register and kind of like a nasally type of place.
Yes.
And then something happened. I'm not sure what really happened. Maybe like my musical balls dropped or something like that. I don't really know. But well, two things did happen. I like was listening to music with different like male artists who have kind of a more deeper register, and also I listened to Ram by Paul McCartney, and I got into I got more into the Beatles as well. And what really freed me up was like the fun that they have on those records, and particularly like Linda and Paul McCartney. And so I felt really moved to just kind of go in that type of direction with this new stuff, which is like, yeah, I'm going to like do deeper voices. I'm going to utilize that more. And also it's funny because like I was noticing when I don't know, I'd like play the music for namely just like women, like, and not like as a way of like, it'd be like, my cousin or my girlfriend or like, you know what I mean? Just like my gal pals. And I played for them, and those low parts would come and they would like viscerally like,
Yes.
they'd be like, oh my God. And I'm just like, okay, so there's something here.
Yes.
And I thought that was really cool. So that's all to say that, yeah, I think in a way it's definitely my crooner era, and it makes it for a really fun time from a performance standpoint too. Really, really good time.
I also, I just took some notes, and it compared to your other albums, there is that maturity there, and it is lower, and I love it. So keep doing it. I was saying that the aunties and the youngins will love it alike. I think it kind of spans a generation, the tone that you're doing right now, mixed in with, the other dynamic music that you make. It's a perfect addition. So loving the crooner era.
Thank you.
Yeah. What mind state were you in writing this album? What were you going through? I'm gonna let you state this before I put my thought on it. But what were you going through? What was happening?
I was just falling susceptible to being a side hoe in a few different instances, and like to be more specific without divulging personal stuff, but basically I had my first run-in with being a third in an open relationship, and I had my run-in with confessing my love for someone who was in a relationship, and then I also had my run-in with being kind of just being an afterthought to somebody.
Oh.
And I don't victimize myself whatsoever, because I willingly got into all these positions.
You knew what time it was, Mato, with the open and the throuple. You knew what was happening.
Yeah, and honestly, like, it was a means of kind of figuring out what that is, and kind of going through it. And also I kind of came to this place of like, well, I'm the common denominator between all these things. Why am I attracted to folks like this? Like, what's going on? And so that's kind of where I was. And I had the unfortunate circumstance of like going through it several different times. And so, yeah, I was just making music about it. So I ended up making around 80 to 90 songs about these different topics.
What?
And what I was going through. And then I whittled it down to 9 of my favorite, and just knew that it was kind of time. And yeah, it was really fun. And Bygoner kind of, that the name even means like I let bygones be bygones. And so, I felt like that kind of I was letting go of stuff and like, it's okay, we'll get through it. But I initially was going to call it, Side Ho Sagas. But my last album already had enough alliteration. So I was like, let me try something else. So.
Oh, Mato, I love that. So you were just like not crashing out, but you were running into love, falling in and out of love, and like figuring out the dynamics of multiple people, or like not monogamy, polygamy. Is it polygamy? No. what is
Polyamory.
it? Polyamory. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So this is your polyamory album.
Yeah, in so many ways. Like I think it was kind of, and it's not even me necessarily like declaring that I'm poly,
No.
because I don't think I am really. But it is me being like, well, what does it mean to kind of be with someone who has, like, the Sunroof song, which is the first single on it, kind of personifying the other person, and they're like, hey, check it out, help him see the side of my heart that gives too much to rush, and that can't settle down for anything less than what's unknown.
Yes.
And when I was talking to this person, when I was falling in love with this person, I would ask them, because I didn't really get it. I was like, are you just like horny? Like, do you just need to be with several people? Is that what poly is? And they broke it down to me. They're like, no, basically, like, I just can't really, like, I have all this love in my heart, and it's not really bound by any sort of like monogamous thing that I've like been able to reconcile with. And
oh my
so,
God, Mato, I've had this same conversation when
yeah.
So I had a little hoe phase after I divorced my husband, my baby daddy. I was with him for 20 years practically.
Uh-huh.
And I was single all of a sudden. And so I was out in the streets. I was outside and I had met this guy. And yes, he was polyamorous, and he explained exactly how you said the heart, it's for a lot of people basically. And I understood that, and I understood him exactly. And I was like, okay. But yeah, then it becomes, they have a primary partner, and then you're not the primary. And so, so it was an interesting, I myself have found myself in a side hoe. That was the closest to being a side hoe that I was. And I enjoyed it because it's like no stakes if you're really just not trying to be in a serious relationship. But then when you want to ask questions and get a deeper answer, sometimes it's kind of hard to face, or you write an album about it, a great album. And here we are
Thank
today.
you. Yeah. Yeah, it's a weird thing. And props to everyone that I was like with. Things for the most part were pretty communicated to me.
Yes.
And which was great. It's like I'm not having some sort of tumultuous,
Yeah.
getting cheated on, or I was cheating with someone, or someone was cheating on their partner with me. It was nothing like that. It was very like, it kept it very funky.
Yeah.
With that though, there's still the kind of sorting through those emotions and what it renders and stuff. So yeah, it is a weird thing. It's a really, like, when I first got involved with the poly person, I was Googling, I was researching, I had no understanding of it. Like, I had no clue. And it really like fucks you up. And
yeah.
And it's definitely not for everyone. And I don't think it was really for me either, because I was like, okay, I get it, but it's also like there's a immense amount of like, you have to be like really okay with a lot. And I think you have to like have this like skill in compartmentalizing that I don't have. And I'm also a Scorpio, so it's like I like lead with emotion on a second to second basis. So it's like I can't really I can't have that be like tampered with necessarily. So yeah, but it was a crazy thing. And like a lot of this music was really great too, because like I don't know, it was cool to like, I didn't really know what to make of it until I wrote the song, and then I would kind of come to and be like, oh, that makes sense. Like there's one song on the album called A Damn Shame, and I really like that one. And I'm talking about someone who I fell for, who was in a relationship, and I mean, I wrote a lot of songs about like, yo, you should definitely leave them. Like, you need to leave them now. But I was like, let me not release that.
Such a Scorpio.
Let me release like the more heartfelt, vulnerable thing. So I'm kind of in the verse, which I didn't even really understand until I wrote it in the song, was like, you're stuck between the rocks and my bracelet, hard places, complacent. I don't see me slowing down for the I don't see me slowing down for the fragrance, or I don't see me slowing down for the basic, chasing the fragrance of C notes. We know
Yes.
regal fate. We know regal fate doesn't equal easy entrance. Ain't a shame my dates are all pay and no play. You syncopate a simpler way. You're seeing someone who's living more accessible than me. I'm texting you when I can breathe. Schedule is hectic because I'm obsessed with impressing you. In the process, I've lost all the time to make you mine. So it's like that shit. I was like, God damn. It was just this like work. It was like this
Yes.
like workaholic kind of
Yeah.
realization of like, I want this, I want this person, but I know that I can't really give them what they would need out of a relationship. So like, what is that about? What is all this about? So yeah, it was it was kind of a come to moment in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Making the
And
song.
bittersweet, right? Because you're this amazing artist that's booked and busy. And you have to commit time to a relationship. And you were, like, it's kind of cool. You have this reflection of self-reflection and self-actualization of, I don't have this in me, but I want you to see me and I want you to love me. It's so great. What Mato, I immediately loved Maisie Jones.
Yes,
I
that sounds
think
great.
everyone is loving that from what I can tell. And I feel like you're describing so many strong Native women. And that lyric breakdown of the moment with the baby daddy who lives on allowances, she's moving mountains without that bitch. Yes. Like, thank you. Because baby daddies ain't shit sometimes,
Yeah, no, for real. That song, yeah. So that song was a direct, yeah, that was a direct response to, I mean, I've always, since I've been a little boy, I've like always been more, I've gravitated to women friendships way more than male friendships. And I definitely have some like guy friends, but my girlfriends are like, those are like more of my chosen family.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just being raised by sisters or, being fruity or whatever. But like, I love women and I love hanging out with women. And when you have the privilege of being around women, you understand the,
Yes.
the psychology of how fucked up men are. And so it just kind of gave me like a greater access and like an understanding and a sympathy. And that song, but I think the important part of that song for me was like not centering a man as much, of like this character Maisie Jones is so like I was really moved by my cousins, by my aunties, by my all these women in my life who like have this like fortitude and this kind of like brazen quality to them of like, I don't care. And
yeah, you made her a bad bitch. Like the lyrics are like so dope and strong, and she's fucking cool. And your voice and your singing in that, oh, it's so good.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really
Love it.
proud of that song. And it's really, there's a brevity to it too. It's like, it's not so, because you make a song like that, or if I describe a song like that by a native artist, you're going to think it's like, fist up,
Right.
really intense. We are strong, resilient women. And I'm like, that shit's cute, but like, how much does that dehumanize
Yeah.
a woman? Like how much is that just like painting this kind of like stereotypical,
Yes.
like lionizing kind of like, because I think that's that's kind of what I've seen within Indian country and beyond, which is like there's this mentality that a lot of even women themselves will kind of carry themselves towards. And I don't think it's wrong. It's just, I think I want to question, I want to like dissect it a little bit. It's like, it seems like we kind of like almost have this like calcified idea of like feminism and womanhood and strength. And it's like, oh, this resilience, you're so strong, you put up with so much, we need to remember our strong indigenous women. But it's like, yeah, but we also need to humanize our indigenous women. We need to like actually give them depth and like complexity and nuance and flaw and humor and all this type of stuff. And like, I'm not saying it's not happening. It's not happening as much as I think it should be happening.
Totally. And I like you were in the song you're describing, like Maisie will pull up and beat your ass, like she will come up and slap a hoe. Like that's real. And that does humanize us because we are everything all involved across the spectrum of being a human being, especially as Indigenous women, we are, constantly dehumanized. So we need every perspective of who we are out there. So this song just does that so well. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm so like in gratitude with all the like Native women and Indigenous women like who, I don't know, that's really like that's been kind of the nucleus of a lot of my career in the past, I would say maybe like 2 or 3 years of like, yeah, they're like I'm kind of learning how my music impacts that demographic, and I'm really, yeah, it's really touching to me, and like I just, yeah, I was thinking about this past week of like what I've been up to, and I was in New York, and then I was in Seattle, and then I went to Vancouver. And I'm just thinking about all these stops I have for like I'm doing work, and I'm also like kind of releasing the album, and
Yeah.
they're all like, 2 out of the 3 was like Tidelands Art Gallery in Seattle, and that's ran by Matika Wilbur, who's like this badass Native woman who runs all my relations. So I did the podcast with her, and then we like did this album party, and it was really sick. And then I'm in Vancouver for Vancouver Indigenous Fashion Week, which is like primarily Native women modeling and like a lot of Native women designers, and like ran again by Native women who embraced me and who like, included me and like let me perform and all this. Like, and I'm just thinking, I'm kind of like, recounting all that. I'm like, man, this is like, I'm so like, and most of my, like, a lot of my collaborators too are Native women. And it's like, it's nice because I don't lead with that, and that's never been my intention. Like, I'm not trying to politicize my creativity. It's just more like that is really the fabric of what I'm trying to do, and like where I find the most comfort and excitement of like doing that. Because yeah, it's just really it's really great. And like, yeah, so anyway, that's all to say. I just wanted to give a quick shout out.
Oh my God. And we can tell by your music too that you love women, and we're going to keep supporting you. But you mentioned, I love the features on the album.
Yeah.
How do you choose your features? Do you like write a song and think like, ooh, Ruby Waters would go hard on this? Or like, do you think of him before? Or it's like you write something and you're like, oh, I hear Tia on this? Or how do you come up with that?
Yeah, so for this record, I had, well, basically everyone that on the record, every feature I have done a show with, like in person, like I've physically done a show with them. Furthermore, a few of them, or a handful of them, I opened for them. And so when I open for folks, I really take it serious, because it's like, well, I'm warming the crowd up for you. And like also zooming, like, or to analyze it too, it's like opening, like I'm ensuring that what I have done in my career is supporting what you're doing in your career, because I want to bolster whatever you're doing. And like, yeah, sometimes you can open for someone like you don't even know who the headliner is, but like I don't really do that shit. Like I'm very intentional with who I like do shows with. And so with that, I was like opening, like I opened for Travis, I opened for Tia, I opened for Ruby, I opened for Black Belt, all of them I was on tour and I opened for them. And so that was really important for me to like communicate to them, like, yo, like, and the opening gigs, you don't get paid really anything. And I'm okay with that, because it's never been about that for me. It's like, well, no, I want to show you that like I really respect what you're doing, and I admire it, and I see you as someone who I want to make stuff with and like be friends with. And all those people I just mentioned are like my fucking homies now too. Like we genuinely like, spend so much time together outside of even making the music. And I think that was a really unique thing. And so to answer your question, like, I think the song, I'll just go down the list real quick. Maisie Jones, yeah, I made that. And I then was asked to join Ruby on tour, and I was like, yeah, like I could totally hear her on this, because seeing her live with a band and everything, I was like, yeah, she would like bring such a life to this song. And then Tia on Special Treatment, that was more of like
whoa, okay, wait, now Special Treatment, hold on now, because I got activated, Mato. I got activated when the beat drops out and those sirens start going. Ooh, and the oohs and the ahs. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
What was going on? I was living. That song is so hot. I got activated.
Good. I'm
And
glad to
Tia's
hear that.
Tia's voice is amazing, but yeah, it's so sexy at the end of the little ooh I love you deeply. I was like, okay, let's go. Yes,
Yeah, that was a cool moment because it was like for me, I was like, I just haven't heard Tia in that context.
right.
And that was really fascinating to me because yeah, she's a fucking wizard. She's so good. And I was like, I hear her on a lot of great production and stuff, and I wanted to kind of like join the circle and be like, yeah, this is like what I want to hear you on more of like dance beat, like, Kate Trinata-esque almost type of like,
Yeah,
zoom, zoom,
yeah, yeah.
and so I was like, yeah, and then she killed that. And that was a long time in the making, and then we finally had time to link up in LA for a few different sessions, which was really fun. And we kind of like we were already friends before that, but we really became closer because we both said in so many words like, oh, we're doing the same thing right now. Like we're trying to figure out the same formula to music making. And she grew up singing more like powwow stuff, and
Yeah.
I sang like ceremonial stuff, but not necessarily powwow stuff. And so we kind of got to like go in that way too with other stuff that we haven't yet released. But yeah, that was sick.
Love that
She
song.
knocked it out of the park. Yeah.
Oh,
And then
it's so good. I mean,
Leftovers
how can
was
wow,
yeah.
sweet.
Leftovers was sick. Well, that was very collaborative between KP and I, Black Belt.
Yeah,
We've made like several songs
yeah,
together at this point. We're like collaborative, we're like creative companions. Like we really get each other. And similar with her, she kind of articulated it more than I did, but she was like, yeah, like she wanted to, because she's such a great singer. She also doesn't do a whole lot of singing outside of like the Black Belt Eagle Scout context. And with
right.
that, it's so personal, and there's a lot of like of her cultural elements and her land involved and stuff like that. And
Mhm.
so my gift to her was like, yeah, just hearing her on different production. And she's such a pop girly too. Like she loves pop music and she loves R&B and stuff like that. So every time we've gotten to
That's
collaborate,
cool.
I always kind of keep that in mind of like her being able to explore that territory a little more. Cause I kind of come from that territory more. I'm not indie rock. I'm more in the pop, R&B, hip hop landscape. And so being able to kind of go through that together is really sick. And I had Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong in mind when we made that song, because they
Like
have
the
a
duet.
couple. Yeah, yeah.
I love
And I was
that.
like really wanted to explore that a little more between she and I, and like how can we do that? How can we make a song that like has that type of synergy? And so yeah, we did that. And then what was the Travis Travis came about. We made that song together too in the studio. That was like our first time hanging out too. And so it's funny, like sometimes we did the inverse of like I was close with all those people that I just mentioned, and then we made the music. But
Yeah.
with him and I, we didn't know each other terribly well, and then we made that song, and then we got to know each other really well.
That's
But yeah, we
cool.
just both loved that song, and it was really cool. And
I
he's
love
like,
that
yeah,
song. I love
yeah,
that song.
he's
It's
such a dope
yeah.
person, and like yeah, he's a really good friend. And so anyway, that came together. And then Phoenix, she rounds out the record, and she's super sick. We had done a few shows together. She was Chicago based at the time, but what's interesting too is I literally like traveled to work with all these people too, because I'm very like driven in regards to like I'm not gonna wait for a yes. I'm like, well, no, I'm just gonna go like do it. Like it's gonna,
Right.
And so for me, like I had patience with all these people, but I was also like, why don't I just go to you?
I'll
Like
just come to you.
I have the equipment, I have the shit. Let's just yeah, whatever. I have the money, like it's not
Let's just
terribly expensive.
cook.
I'm just literally gonna go to where you are. So I went to Whistler, British Columbia with Ruby, and I went to Seattle, and I went to LA, and I went to
Amazing.
Texas for Phoenix, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna go where you are. I don't really care. Like I'm working with the sense of urgency, and I want to make this shit happen. So let's just do it.
So because the inverse of that would be like you waiting for them to send you a verse or
Yeah, the inverse would be like that, or like, oh my God, we need to work together every time you see them in public,
and then
and then
not
that happens.
yeah, and then
Yeah,
nothing happened.
yeah, I just don't like. I really when I want something, nothing else is on my
Yeah.
mind besides
Well,
executing that. And
you're
so for me, it was,
proactive. I mean, that's why you're so, you've made it. I mean, you're making it. You're successful because of, when you want something, you get it done. And that's what you got to do, you know?
yeah, that's a good point. And it's like, I think I've learned a lot of great lessons from people in my career and everything. And one of them is like, it's a bit of a, like, analogy for life and stuff. It's like, well, you, when you're writing a script, it's, if you're already thinking about like budget, you lost. Like that's wrong. Like that's the you're losing what creativity is about. So it's like
Right.
when
You're
writing a
focusing on the
script,
wrong, you're not focusing on the
yeah,
creative part of it.
exactly, because you can always scale down, but you can't. If you start from that place, scaling up is impossible. And so you need to start from a place of, yeah, you have an infinite amount of budget, because it's like literally, I mean, obviously you don't, but like it's a figurative thing of like, well, no, you can't you can't limit yourself that quickly in it. And I feel like I meet a lot of
Yeah.
artists who are operating on that type of time of like, well,
Yeah.
like I gotta make sure I have
But
like,
I don't have
you
this,
know,
so I can't do that, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have to have this many Spotify listeners. It's like, no, you
No, you
don't.
don't.
Who told you that? Like, do you? Yeah, it's like,
No,
it's
I
tough. It's like
don't.
a metric thing, and it's like, I know, and I just don't exist in that. Like I just choose not to, and that's hurt my career and it's helped my career. So it's not, this isn't the right way to do it in any way. But for me, I was like, nah, like I don't care, and I want to make music, and I want to make people move. And I'm not gonna wait for a yes. And like, I don't even talk about this shit usually, but like, I got so many no's for this album. I reached out to record labels, and they all were like, "Oh, we like the music, but like, I don't think we can." My own label didn't even fund it. Like, I'll say that
Wow.
shit. I'll say straight up, like they were like, "No, we can't help pay for this." I'm like, okay, and it's like that
And
does
that didn't
not.
stop you.
No, that only honestly fuels me. It's like, okay,
Yes.
cool, and like, it's just, I don't know. I don't allow that stuff to get in my creative kind of fervor, because it's like, well, nah,
Well, that's a
I'm not
creation
here.
killer. That's a creative killer. If you let like the budget and who's going to pay for it and the like, but what if, you're never going to make anything. So that's amazing, Mato. And wow, what a great lesson. Like that you just kind of spilled on us right now. This is amazing. As a creative, you need to hear these kind of things. When even people in your own ring are like not supporting you, you are your biggest champion. You're fighting for your creativity, and you're making things constantly, and you're showing up for things constantly, and it's paying off, and it will pay off in the end, and it is. So
Yeah,
that's so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. It's so important for creatives to hear that. Like, don't worry about the what ifs, and I don't have, just write it, just create it. So thank you. I wanted to
yeah.
ask, do you have a favorite off of the album? I know that's hard. They're all your babies. Do you have a fave?
I think I it changes definitely. I think
Totally.
at this moment, God, it's tough. I feel like the opening, Bygoner,
Yes.
it's probably tied between that and Maisie Jones. I'm directing a music video for Maisie Jones, and so I've been listening to that a lot more. So I'm like, God damn, this is a good song.
It is so good.
But I do love Bygoner. Bygoner is so fun to perform. I've only got to perform it a few times now, but like, God damn, that is so, because it's like, also like that song was really emphatic for me. Like that song was in an ode kind of to like two of the closest friends in my life, and we all lived together for like a short amount of time in California. And so that song is like an homage to the times we had together, because it's like,
Aw.
yeah, like woke up in a new direction, air mattress causing tension in my neck. I could have bought a bed. I spent it on studio rent and matching pendants with my brethren. And so
Yes.
it's like this time in my life when, yeah, I was like literally sleeping on an air mattress. My
Love
life was
that.
changing so much, and I had yeah, I had money, but I was like, and it was my first money I was really making in my life. And I was like, this was like a couple years ago. I was like, I had money and like I could give a shit less. Like I lived on an air mattress. I was getting, I say in that song, $5 movies on Tuesdays,
Yes.
Archibald's when we're feeling bougie. And Archibald's is like, shout out to the Inland Empire in California.
Yes.
It's like a restaurant that's on Archibald Avenue. And so it's
Nice.
really good. It's like kind of expensive though. So we like go there.
When you were
But
balling
yeah,
out.
that song and like yeah, and like your forgiveness ain't my business anymore. That's like it's a great line on that because yeah, that
It
song
is.
is about me getting over an ex and getting over like all this type of stuff. And so yeah, I think overall the record and that song really, and it's hard to like come to terms with this, but that song wouldn't happen if I didn't stop if I didn't stop caring about what people thought of me. And I had to go through a lot of growing pains, which is just kind of what happens when you get any sort of fame. Like, I was
Yeah.
getting notoriety for my art and everything. And yeah, people in my past were coming out and like saying stuff about me. And it really like it broke me. Oh my God, it broke me.
Yeah.
And one of them was an ex, and like what she was saying just like broke me. But
Oh,
I was like, well, that's what they want. And it's like,
yeah.
okay, well, if that's what they want, then my only form of defense and like liberation is to just be myself, because it was that lesson of like, well, I cannot control what people are going to say about me, what they think about me, how they judge me, how they move around me. And so I'm like, okay, well, all that, it was a valuable lesson. And like, you can't control anything. It was almost very Buddhist. It was
Exactly.
like,
It
I can't
is.
control anything. The only thing I can do is control my reaction and also just know who I am and come into every room or every setting or every energy with the most authentic form of myself, and just come with kindness and like respect.
Yeah.
And that will that will radiate and that will emanate
And
far
people will
greater than what anyone's going to say about you.
and people are attracted to the authenticity. That is, I think, why people are so attracted to you and to your music is because you live authentically. So thank you to all those people in the past that talk shit, because that helped you get to where you are now, and you are so nice. And this just goes to show that you can be your true self no matter what they were trying to say or trying to hurt you in any way. There are plenty of people that like who you are. I wanted to ask about, you mentioned performing Bygoner, and
Hmm.
I know you and KP are going on tour together. When does that
Yes.
tour start?
It starts on February 7th in Massachusetts. We're playing at Mass Mocha, and then we're
Okay.
gonna go.
Yes. I was going to ask
Yeah.
you. Okay. So I live between, I mean, not even between, but I live outside of New York City. So I'm like, do I go to the Mass Mocha show or do I go to the Brooklyn show or do I go to both? Because I'll probably go to both. But I was excited about the Mass Mocha because have you been to Mass Mocha before?
No, I haven't. It'll be my first time.
It's amazing. It's total vibe. It's in an old factory. And so I kind of want to see you guys in that setting because that will just be cool. And is that a Jeffrey Gibson moment as well?
Yeah, I think so. Basically, that show is kind of in conjunction, yeah, with something KP already had going on. And then she was like, hey, curators, can we make this a part of the tour? And so, yeah, she would know more about it. But yeah, I think you're right. I
Yeah.
believe it is a Gibson
Yeah, because
exhibit,
Jeffrey
so.
Gibson is, he does things all the time at Mass Mocha. So I know him and KP have worked together before. So when I saw the Mass Mocha, I was like, oh, I want to go see this. This will be fun.
Yeah.
And then you go to Brooklyn, which will also be great. So have you and KP been on tour together before?
No, not together. We've done a handful of shows, but no, this is our first time
What
going
a
on tour. And
super tour. Oh.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. It literally just happened because she messaged me maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. She's like, hey, I want to do some shows this year or next year. I was like, okay, cool. And then we kind of like were spitballing. I'm like, well, I have an album coming out. What if we just do like a tour and figure it out. And she's such a veteran when it comes to like touring. She knows such a great amount, and she's like been doing it for so long, and I have not, like, admittedly, like I've only gone on like a couple tours, and I don't really know how to do it and stuff. So she, yeah, has been very gracious, and I've been learning a lot, and it's been really cool. So yeah, I'm super stoked. It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah, that's gonna be a great little tour. I cannot wait to see you guys. Is there anything else? I mean, you are constantly all over the place. Is there anything else coming up that you would like to talk about, or that's, something coming up next for you?
Yeah, so keep listening to Bygoner, everyone. There will be more things coming out with that, which I don't want to spill the beans to, but yeah, if anyone is listening in the Twin Cities area in Minnesota, I'm doing a play here called A Christmas in Ochapi with New Native Theater. That'll be running from December 3rd to the 21st at, I think it's called 825 Art Center in St. Paul. It's the world's largest Native theater organization, which is super dope. And so, yeah, I've been in Minneapolis. I'm actually at rehearsal right now, about to go in. But yeah, I'm super stoked for that.
That
and then,
sounds amazing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Okay.
check out The Lowdown on FX.
Yes.
and Hulu.
Oh, Mato, what an amazing, all of your scenes in that are incredible. The Lowdown. If you all have not seen The Lowdown, what are you doing? It is the finale. I'm still like wrapping my head around it. It was so special. And I'm Osage. So the Osage land back moment, I was like, oh my God, yes, Sterling. So you did such a great job in The Lowdown.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mato, I'm going to let you go get into rehearsal. Thank you so, so much for taking the time to call in to the show.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Amy. Yeah, and I appreciate you reaching out, and I'm excited to hear this on the airwaves.
Yes. All right, Mato, have a great rehearsal, and thank you so much.
Yep. Talk to you soon.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, quit trying to be her suitor. She trying to get a sitter. Bad to the bone, it's known that her roots are bitter. Bashful and growing that cash with the wrath. No pad gets littered with sad poems. Grass all patched with stains from the past. Dad was a home lame ass, breaking that pack. Go figure when going gets tough. Tough guys all with it, don't grasp at the straws of a plan that's dead and be better. Be ready for let it be squeezed. Macy Jones coming for more than a piece. Key in the lime color whip that he screeches through town with. Baby daddy who lives on allowances. She moving the mountains without that bitch.
Let's do some colonizer allies that we love.
Okay.
I want to start with Florence. Florence and the Machine.
Are we gonna call her a colonizer?
Oh my God, we love. I just said because they're not the indigenous dolls.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's true.
It's true. So
I don't know how to twist it.
It's a fun thing.
Florence, good job. Wow, this Everybody Scream album the writing is insane. I love it.
Everybody Scream is the 6th full-length album from Florence and the Machine. And when I thought of that, when I wrote it, it's like I work with Florence. I do Florence's hair when she is in New York. And I have been working with her since Ceremonials.
Wow. And Ceremonials is a moment.
Since 2012. And we met, I did her hair for the Met Ball. It was like, first time meeting you. Okay, we're going to the Met Ball. And it became, it was Vogue Best Dress, Best Hair, Makeup, like Best Beauty.
Yeah.
So it was, we got off to like an amazing start. And
that was a really good moment for her too. Like,
yeah,
Ceremonials changed a lot.
God. Ceremonials is
that album.
An iconic album.
That's my second favorite Florence.
Yeah.
After this new one.
So we were backstage. We did the album rollout for Everybody Scream.
Yeah.
Leading up to Halloween, which was the release date.
Yeah.
And on Halloween, she had a show at Pioneer Works in Brooklyn. And we were backstage and her baby was out, right? Midnight on Halloween. It came out. she could breathe again. Because we're, for a couple of weeks leading up to it, we were doing all the Jimmy Fallons and Seth Meyers and Rolling Stone, all the rollout stuff that you have to do to promote the album.
Yeah.
And, I'm sure, like, as an artist, you're just, especially like this kind of prolific songwriter and performer that she is, she's nervous about it. Like, how are people going to take it, And so we were backstage at Pioneer Works, and I was like, your baby's born. You released it into the world. I told her that Buckle has me in a chokehold. I had listened to it early that morning on my way before going to see her in Brooklyn. I was like, I'm like, girl, Buckle has me in a chokehold. I'm obsessed. It was just like instantly loved it. And so then she was like, oh my God. We're talking about, how happy she was. And she was like, asking me and Lisa, who've been working with her. She's like, we've been together for so long. And and she gets nervous sometimes. And she's like, I love everything you guys do. And it just gets intense sometimes.
Yeah.
But she was like, we've just been through so much. And I'm like, I know, and I love it. And I have so much compassion for her, for all women that are in music, because it is a double standard with women and how they have to look, and how they have to perform, and they have to be, they have to do more than the men have to do.
For sure. And what I love about this new Florence album is that she's really fearless about talking about that, or singing about it, really. Because the lyrics, like when she, in The Greatest, or one of the greats, when she talks about how she's just like wishes she could be a man and make boring music just because she could. Like, you're like, girl, did you just say that? Like, when I heard that line, I remember, because I was watching the video at the same time, and it was like the second single. And when she said that, my soul fell. I was like, oh my God, you just said that. Like,
yeah,
it was so brave.
And she was saying that in Beauty too, when we were doing glam. She's like, fuck, I just want to be a man. I don't want to have to do all of this, like, and I totally fucking get it.
I was really proud of her for expressing it so eloquently. Like, because I feel like the writing on this album is just
wait till
top
you see
tier.
That live.
Top tier.
She did it live at Pioneer Works. That one live is going to be even just from one day from people listening to it.
Florence live is insane. Like,
it's insane.
And I thank you for that, because like you invited us to the show, and I remember, because it was like the first show I went to after the pandemic, and oh my God, it was religious. Like, it was an amazing show, and she's amazing live.
She's amazing live, and it is kind of the spiritual experience for a lot of her fans.
Yeah,
because they relate so much, and what she's saying is so deep.
Yeah.
And it heals a lot of people, and she's so vulnerable with her lyrics and how she writes, and even like this album, Everybody Scream, she's talking about having ectopic miscarriage.
Yeah, which, oh my God.
So she was having an ectopic miscarriage before she was to go on stage during Dance Fever, one of the shows she had on tour. And, she made a comment in this Rolling Stone interview that we did, before her album came out, about like, that's what women do, right? We have pain, whatever. We have our cramps, we have things going on, but you take ibuprofen and you go to work.
Yeah.
And that's literally what she did. And she got on stage. And another beautiful moment too was that when she hit the stage, like, her pain was gone.
Yeah.
And that part of being a performer must feel so, incredible.
It's
just
everything. That's the moment.
Like, that being a vessel for creativity and no pain, nothing is coming through you. And in her songs, she can be as loud as she wants to be.
Yeah, and she doesn't have to be normal or nice or like, that song, I have to say, that's my favorite song on the album.
Yeah, Everybody Scream.
Yeah, Everybody Scream.
This was one of the lyrics that I loved. But look at me run myself ragged, blood on the stage. But how can I leave you when you're screaming my name? She's talking about this stage. She's talking about her fans.
Yeah.
She's fucking blood. She literally was like losing blood.
Yeah.
And was like, but how can I not go on when you're fucking, how can she cancel the show? Like, this is her passion.
That's her life.
Yeah.
Like
And then-
she's a stage girl.
Yeah, she's a stage girl. And so yeah, live, she's just a whole animal, and it is such a beautiful thing to watch.
It's amazing.
But yeah, so she did go to the hospital and she got checked out, and it was life threatening.
Yeah.
Thank God she did listen to her body. And so I think this album too is her getting back in touch with her body. And she was saying a lot in interviews about she had to get this album out. This like she has to move on from this experience.
Yeah.
And this album is just like helping her go through all of these emotions and like physical things that with being a woman and having fallopian tubes, and you know, so many women have these experiences of miscarriage, and so it just created a bond, even more so with her women followers, and not only women but just her fans. Like she really creates this beautiful stage for community and togetherness and vulnerability that I think that's why she's so popular. Her fans are like,
I mean, and
eating
then
up.
I appreciate the immediacy of that statement when she was, because I saw that interview as well, and she was talking about how if she didn't release it right this second, it would never come out. And you're just like, oh, damn, like, thank you for, one, not over filtering your truth, and for two, for sharing a story that is going to connect with a lot of people, because a lot of people go through things, and, you know, maybe you fall victim to it and then you just like put it to the side. And for her to be like, no, I'm going to show some light on this and hopefully empower other people to keep going.
Yes.
You know, and that was really cool.
Yes. And she does.
Yeah.
Empower people to keep going.
You know, like,
her fans
when you
are,
see those people screaming her name, like, you know why she says that.
Yeah.
You know, it really showed the communal aspect of live shows when you see her perform. You're like, oh, us all being in this room together, seeing this is powerful.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. It is a little coven.
Oh, yeah.
It is a witch coven. She's like leaning into the witchery, which I love.
She's a supreme.
She's the supreme,
Yeah.
honey. Okay, so my fave songs, Everybody Scream, One of the Greats, Sympathy Magic, and Buckle. I mean, there's so like Kraken I love. What are your favorites?
Perfume and Milk.
Perfume and Milk is so
Perfume
good.
and Milk. The whole album has this like grimy bass that I'm obsessed with. And so
Yes.
like when you hear it in songs like Perfume and Milk, One of the Greats, there's this like griminess
Yes.
that I'm
The guitars too, right? It kind of has a live sound.
Yeah, and so Perfume and Milk really, something about it just really hits me. Yeah, and
Great.
Everybody Scream. Everybody Scream might be my favorite, but
Yeah.
Perfume and Milk second for sure.
I can't wait. So yeah. Good job, Flo. We love her.
Florence,
it's great fall time. Get into the fall
girl.
time, doll.
Get into the fall. Get into some grimy bass and guitar.
Okay, so let's go into Rosalia. Dead on arrival.
Dead on arrival.
Oh my God.
She killed us and made us resurrect.
I
Like,
can't.
wow.
I'm still not over Berghain, so I don't even know what's going on with my life.
Honestly, this album is like the kind of album that you can't even play with other people.
No.
Like I
know that's actually. Yeah, can we play this? Is this a moment? Like
my
we play it around
God.
at a house party or a get together?
No, I would get mad because people would talk or something, and then I would be like, "You're not respecting what this work is." This honestly, and I mean, I'm a girl who will praise everything, or not everything, but I'm one of those people that like is very hyper excited about things. I really feel like this might be one of the greatest albums of the decade, if not of all time.
I feel you.
Because wow, like the bravery.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like singing about faith is not something that is easy to do.
So the album is about, okay, so I know know all the
Oh,
things.
yeah, let's
but
tell
is
people.
Is it about the saints? It's about all these different saints.
Luke's light. Oh, I'm going to just jump in. So,
Please.
okay.
You're my Rosalia.
Rosalia stan. And not even a stan, though. Like, I'm more like the teacher, you know. I don't know what the word is right now. Professor. I'm on professor level with Rosalia sometimes. And she was talking about lux, you know, which means light in Latin. And when you hear that title and when you listen to the work, which is basically this study on faith and about not just about faith, but about being of the earth and faith, and like how when the two things converge, it's not always comfortable. And her idea for Luke's, like, you think it's just like light beaming on you, but to her, it actually was if you were inside something dark and there were cracks and you see the cracks of light, that's what this album is about. And so when you think about that, you're like, that is what this album is about. It's filled with chaos. It has all these beautiful, classically trained operatic moments, these lush orchestras, but it all comes from a place of like being stuck in the dirt or something. Not even the dirt though, like stuck in a city, you know, like of like concrete. And when you hear this record, you're like, oh my God, all I want to do is meet God halfway in the sky. You know what I mean? When you hear it and you're just like, and I didn't think I felt that way. And then when you hear it, you're like, oh my God, like from your mission statement, from the first track to the last statement of the album, it's this whole idea of like wanting to find hope or faith. And I really applaud Rosalia for doing it, like, because that's not an easy thing to express.
No, and to this, it's grandiose. I mean, London Symphony Orchestra.
Baby, the budget. And wow, like to get those people, like to get the London
Symphony Orchestra,
to get to the level of writing that this album is, like, yeah. I don't know if you've heard her talk about how she wrote it.
No, I haven't. And I'm also, you know, I don't speak Spanish. So how are you? Did you get the English Cliff's notes?
Well, one thing, it's not just in Spanish. It's 13 languages.
Yep, exactly.
So it's like Ukrainian, Hebrew,
Arabic.
Japanese, Arabic, Italian, some other ones, 13 of them. And what's amazing about it is that in the rollout of this album, she's done this thing where you can read them in your language to be able to get closer to the lyrics. And so
thank you for enlightening us.
Yeah.
all.
So if you go to YouTube, you can select them there. The lyric quality is insane. Like when you read it, you're just like, wow, you really did spend 1 year laying in a bed trying to find the right way to express something. Because like, you know, the first song she's singing about how she just wants to meet God halfway somehow, and how, you know, it's like she's stuck here on earth, but she wants to be of the sky and of the earth. And you're like, oh, this is a beautiful mission statement.
Yes.
And then to break it down into the record is broken into 4 different movements, like a classical piece of music would be. And so one is about the desire, you know, to reach something higher. But then the middle is like the messiness of earth and about wanting revenge and wanting all the possessions and things that we all want, you know, and how like that like fogs us from.
Yeah, like the secular world.
Yeah, the secular world. And then it goes back into finally ascending.
Yes.
And so it's a really beautiful moment. And I really recommend that you go to YouTube and watch each of the songs so that you can know what she's singing. Because it's, besides it just being sonically beautiful, the lyrics are gorgeous.
So yeah. Okay, Rosalia, I love her. Her voice is crazy.
It's crazy.
And I saw this little meme of her driving around in this like little Spanish sports car, smoking with the manual shift, like such a Euro kind of girl.
Which she does do.
Yes. And so I was like, also, okay, this bitch smokes like and has this voice. So I'm like,
she got kicked off of TikTok Live for
smoking. Yeah, she's such a smoker, but her voice. And so then Vanity Fair or one of these publications did a questionnaire, and they were talking about her sign. And then it all made sense when I found out that she was a Libra. Yeah. Because of course she's a Libra, because Libras are vice lords. We love everything. Libras like indulge so much that we're just like, yes, like living the life. But yeah, so that made sense. But another snippet of the Vanity Fair piece or whatever was, which I sent to you. Libras are natural flirts, right? So we're naturally like get on with people really well. And sometimes it's works in our favor and sometimes it backfires when we're like, oh no, wait, I'm not trying to,
I'm just hee
we're just nice.
ha.
I'm hee ha ha siempre. And so we got ha ha hee ha. Wait,
Hee ha ha
siempre. And so I love that about her, which is also so Libra, is that she created this crazy aria, opus, whatever the fuck we want to call it, this beautiful piece of an album. But then she's also hee hee ha ha siempre.
I mean, it makes
she's
me
still a young pop star.
It makes me so jealous. Like I wish I was a Libra in that regard. I mean, I love being an Aquarian, but
yeah, I mean, it's not for everyone, and it is.
I mean,
we're constantly trying to find balance, and that in itself is so frustrating.
Libra appreciation,
but it makes sense with her desire to reach and ascend to, commune with God and spirituality, and also remain connected to the earth and the secular things that it is. That is also such a Libra thing. It's like
so gorgeous.
We have those in us, and it's what makes us who we are. I mean, as everyone has that, and it's like we walk two roads, and ultimately our goal in life, I believe, is to ascend and achieve all-encompassing love.
And that is and that's so major. Like, oh my God, like I think maybe only a Libra could express that.
Yeah.
No,
other people can express that.
Only Libras.
But Rosalia just does it.
She does it
the
elegant.
best.
It's elegant.
The best.
It's elegant because it's street and elegant at the same time.
Yes.
It's heels on the sidewalk.
So, Mato, thank you. Everybody put that on your playlist.
Bygoner.
Bygoner, baby Bygoner. That's a good Thanksgiving playlist moment for if you're hanging out with the family, cooking some stuff.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely.
Yeah, it's a good chill. It's a good vibey. It's a good hookah if you're having a hookah moment.
And then you just throw feast on after.
Boom. And then you throw feast on when you're really ready to party and get down.
Yeah. And listen to their other singles like
Hinge. Put that on your playlist. Hinge
Best
is so
Friend's
beautiful.
House.
Best Friend's House.
Really good.
We have so much amazing music in Indian country. I don't even
Tulips.
My last Tulips, who we didn't even get into. Iconic. Get into Tulips.
Dear Lady.
I was just with Molly earlier, and wow, like there's so much going on, so much music that we can support our indigenous music makers. And I hope that this kind of gave you a little inspiration for,
just for
your
going
playlist.
Out there, and also just for exploring new music. There's so much good stuff out there. A lot of it is stuff that on Tidal doesn't even have an artist picture. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah. So I find sometimes it is hard to find smaller... Mato, he's easy to find.
Yeah, Mato is like
he's
being
got it
interviewed
together.
by Apple and whatnot.
Yeah. Lucaa band, Lucaa, you can find if you need help going to the artist's Instagram, they'll have a direct link to it. Tulips as well, they'll have a direct link. I have some R&B, some R&B call-outs that I love. Let me know if you listen to anything. Do you like Summer Walker?
I do like Summer Walker.
Summer Walker came out with her. It's a trilogy. Finally Over It.
This is the third one?
She's finally over it. She's really done with all you men.
Oh.
Yeah. And so her cover is amazing, an amazing remake of the Anna Nicole Smith, which she married
oh my God. I listened to this album the other day.
Old man.
That's a great cover.
So she's over it. She's ready to marry the rich white man.
I honestly put that album on just because of the cover.
Yeah. No, you should. And Robbed You is a great song that's on that album. I should have robbed you.
So good.
And You Go Girl and 1-800 Heartbreak with Anderson .Paak, who is one of my favorites. So yeah, Summer Walker, finally over it. If you have baby daddy drama or guy trouble, Summer Walker is your girl for that. And I'm still obsessed with Kehlani Folded. And she also dropped another dope single called Out the Window.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
Oh my God. Kehlani
is amazing. Their voice is so good.
Oh my God. And just so good. And you know what I love about is that her voice and her vocals, she does the runs. It's like the 90s R&B that I love. And everyone loves it because she's getting, so much good traction. Folded has been remixed so many times. There's been so many features of people doing that song because it's such a good song. So Kehlani, keep doing the good work.
We love that for Kehlani.
She's so gorgeous. And she stands up for what she believes in.
Yeah, which is nice.
And people don't do that enough.
No, for real.
Steven, thank you so much for doing this with me.
Thanks for having me.
Our music episode was a lot of different things.
It was a lot of things. But honestly, I feel like it was all related. Music, fashion, art, they're all the same thread. I
mean, they all inspire each other.
Exactly.
Let's just be real.
It's a tapestry.
Oh, it's a tapestry.
It's a tapestry.
I love the tapestry.
Bye.
Make me picture perfect. Put your money into it. Surround me with your eyes.
Thank you to Lucaa and Mato for taking the time to call in to the Powwow Hotline. Y'all go listen to Bygoner and indulge in Lucaa's Feast, both streaming now.